Apple has kept things quite predictable when it comes to iPhone launches. Ever since the iPhone 4's, new models have nearly always debuted in the fall. Sure, there have been a few exceptions, but September is normally Apple's favorite month. This year wasn't any different. The iPhone 17 showed up on September 9. Naturally, that implies most people are expecting the iPhone 18 to follow the same path next year. But this time, the rumor mill believes Apple might be considering a little twist. If the latest claims are to be accepted, Apple could be revising its release plan next year. That doesn't mean we won't see new iPhones in September, we simply might not see all of them at once. The normal iPhone 18 might skip the fall and arrive later, possibly in the spring of 2027. Here's what sources think could happen. In fall 2026, Apple might reveal the iPhone Air 2, 2026, iPhone 18 Pro, iPhone 18 Pro Max, and maybe even the long-rumored foldable iPhone. Notice what's missing: the regular iPhone 18. According to reports, that one could make its debut a few months later, alongside the predicted iPhone 18e, possibly in spring 2027. Basically, Apple could be spreading its iPhone portfolio between two events, one in the fall and one in the spring. Why change what's currently working? That's the question everyone's asking. According to one report, Apple feels this new launch strategy could enhance iPhone sales overall. How exactly? Well, that's the bit that's a little fuzzy. Traditionally, the normal iPhone, the base model, how it sells the Pro variants because it strikes the sweet spot. Lower price, simpler design, and capabilities most people actually need. So delaying the most popular version sounds a bit contradictory, unless Apple's purpose is to push people into other models first. Maybe the business thinks that by pushing back the base iPhone 18, some purchasers will go for the iPhone Air 2 or even the rumored foldable iPhone instead. It can also be a way to stretch things out. Keep something fresh for the spring when sales normally slow down. Another possible reason? Timing. Samsung generally launches its Galaxy S series in January, and by bringing the iPhone 18 release closer to that, Apple could deflect some focus away from the Galaxy S27 in 2027. It's a brilliant marketing play. Oh, Samsung just launched a new phone. Cool, but Apple's got one coming straight after. Or maybe Apple just thinks it'll already have a full array of sparkling new devices in the fall, between the Pro models, Air, and possibly the foldable, and wants to spread the hoopla out a bit. Still, for now, it's all just hearsay. Of course, until Apple acknowledges anything, this is all speculation. Reports and leaks hint that a release shift could be imminent, but everything might stay exactly the same. Apple isn't exactly famous for last-minute shocks when it comes to launch timing, but then again, it's also not hesitant to shake things up when it wants to. So, the safest bet: expect the iPhone 18 series to make its appearance next fall as usual, even if the normal model might decide to take a short break and show up later. Either way, 2026 and 2027 are building up to be intriguing years for iPhone enthusiasts, especially if the foldable finally makes its long-awaited arrival. In July 2024, Apple supply chain analyst Ming-Chi Kuo stated he expects Samsung to begin selling 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera sensors to Apple for iPhones as early as 2026, which is when certain iPhone 18 models are expected to be released. In a follow-up article this weekend, however, Kuo said he now expects the first iPhone models featuring Samsung's sensor to be released in 2027. In other words, this rumor reportedly now relates to some iPhone 19 models, instead of iPhone 18 models. It is also feasible that Samsung's sensor might debut on the iPhone 18e in early 2027. However, the iPhone 16e does not have an ultra-wide back camera currently. Last month, Apple announced Samsung would supply it with iPhone chips manufactured in Texas. According to the Financial Times, the chips in question are 3-layer stacked image sensors, which offer better pixel density and improved low-light performance by vertically stacking numerous sensor layers. Stacked sensor architecture has other benefits too, like higher dynamic range and reduced power usage. Sony has traditionally been the exclusive supplier of image sensors for iPhone cameras, so Samsung entering the fray would be remarkable, whenever that may happen. For those of you playing along at home, an iPhone 18 rumor has become an iPhone 19 rumor, 2 days before Apple introduces the iPhone 17. iPhone 20, anyone? The iPhone 18 Pro Max is designed to keep you connected with the newest breakthroughs in communication technology. The introduction of the C2 communication chip adds support for 5G, Wi-Fi 7, and Bluetooth, allowing quicker data transfer speeds, more consistent connections, and increased battery efficiency. For users, this means flawless streaming, speedier downloads, and stable connectivity, even in congested or demanding network situations. In addition, Apple is expected to adopt carbon battery technology in the iPhone 18 Pro Max. This innovation enables extended battery life, faster charging, and enhanced sustainability, keeping with Apple's mission to lessening its environmental effect. For users, this means a device that not only performs wonderfully, but also contributes to a greener future. While the iPhone 18 Pro Max will keep a design language similar to its predecessor, small tweaks are likely to enhance durability, use, and overall attractiveness. This strategy offers a familiar yet better experience, merging continuity with important changes that promote user enjoyment. The gadget is set for availability in September 2026, with pricing likely to line with the iPhone 17 Pro variants. The Pro version is predicted to start at $1,050, while the Pro Max will likely begin at $1,249. Apple seeks to bring breakthrough technologies at competitive rates, making the iPhone 18 Pro Max an interesting alternative for people wanting premium features without compromise. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is a huge step forward in smartphone innovation. From the underscreen Face ID and variable aperture camera to the A20 CPU and carbon battery technology, it stresses performance, sustainability, and user experience. For those considering an upgrade, waiting for the iPhone 18 Pro Max could be a decision that offers long-term value, improved capability, and future-proofing. With its arrival little over a year away, the iPhone 18 Pro Max is primed to set a new benchmark in. Next, experts dispute on iPhone 18 Fold, but they all agree on one design characteristic. After a reasonably successful iPhone 17 launch this year, Apple will almost likely be giving itself a well-earned pat on the back. The Pro versions look like a rather iterative update, albeit its color is garnering all sorts of headlines, while the base model finally comes of age and the iPhone Air is enjoying a moment in the sun. Still, the party can't continue on forever. Rumors claim that the launch celebration next year could be even grander, as the long-awaited iPhone Fold is set to appear. But just what that device is going to look like is anyone's guess. At present, many of the experts we turn to for reliable advice and insight into what to expect from the device appear to be at loggerheads. The most recent one comes from Jeff Pugh, a respected tech expert who has predicted that the device will be built from a mix of titanium and aluminum. That goes against prior speculations from another reputable expert, Ming-Chi Kuo, who proposed a blend of titanium and stainless steel. One thing remains constant, though, and that's the inclusion of titanium. That's essential because the brand now only uses that in one model, the new iPhone Air. The material had already been seen in Pro models of the past, but was evicted in favor of aluminum this year. That's supposed to give greater thermal performance, hence the modification. Whatever happens, therefore, it looks as though Apple's usage of titanium is here to stay. Personally, I don't mind that. While the different materials definitely have their own benefits and pitfalls, I think the internal electronics and software will make more of a difference. Aside from the foldable, Pugh also observes that the demand for the iPhone 17 has been better than anticipated, which means that Apple will be approaching 2026 with solid momentum. This could enable the iPhone 18 Fold's introduction later next year. The analyst also expects that the iPhone Fold will be a lead product for Apple's 2026 portfolio, delivering innovation and a brand new niche that goes beyond simple, plain slabs of glass. If Apple pulls this out, the iPhone 18 Fold might mark a big turning point for the company's hardware lineup. A robust yet lightweight chassis, along with distinct software features, might give Apple the edge it needs in the foldable competition. The latter is reported to be being tuned for this format too, so I can see this one being quite a fun launch, even if it's still the better part of a year away. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more tech news and updates.